Well, hey, everyone. We are back. We've been doing our 2 hour and 2 hour and 2 hour segments. So, as you all continue to roll back in, it's really been great to see everyone. Oh my gosh. And everyone, every so few people, I was going to say people, but I didn't want to say that women aren't people. I wanted to say queens. Oh my gosh. Okay, so every few queens that we come across, somebody keeps trying to make me cry with their different comments. So it's been really great having everyone on. We did get into some deep conversations. Oh my gosh, maybe an hour or so ago, we were talking about domestic violence. We were talking about suicide. We were talking about a number of different things that women have gone through and are going through related to mental health. And so as we celebrate International Women's Day, one of the things that I said that got me choked up, I think I'll be able to say it this time, is I want every single woman I know to make it to the next International Women's Day. I mean, if some people pass away because of old age or something like that, that's different than because of reasons of someone else taking their life, of which we have had in our organization across the United States. And so I'm really thankful that we are able to have conversations like this and just really be authentic and vulnerable with one another based on different things that people have gone through. And they were on the show, so they were able to make it out, but we've had some sisters that weren't able to make it out. So as we remember them on today and celebrate International Women's Day, I want us to also keep in mind those people who are still struggling and going through various things in their relationships and various things in their mind where they feel that they have to endure domestic violence, where they feel that they have to endure being treated like property and all of those kinds of things. And so some of it happens obviously here in the United States, but there's also a lot of countries where it's just common every day for most of the women there. So we are an international organization, and we do have anything and everything we can do to help women to rise above. That is what we are about. So I appreciate you all joining us today. We have a number of people that are still left to talk to. We have a lot going on. We started at 5 a.m. here in California. It is now the 11 o'clock hour. I have a number of people that, as I mentioned, had came up sick and different things like that, but we're still rocking and rolling, and we've actually filled the time. I haven't really had too many breaks or any breaks really in here because we have so many people. So I'm going to play one more commercial, and we have a lovely young lady that is multi-talented that is waiting in the wings to talk. And so I want to get her on as soon as possible, right after this message. Well, hello, everyone. Without further ado, I'm going to bring up my next guest. We were rocking it at the Super Bowl events. She's back there rocking. Come on stage, darling. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great, doing great. Good to see you again, even though it's on the screen.
No worries. Yeah, likewise. And happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. Thank you. So, where are you located and what do you do?
I am located in San Diego, California, and I am a singer-songwriter. And I also model, I dance, and I'm also an electrical engineer full time.
Mhm.
And my goal is to help with mental health with anti-bullying and suicide are the main ones, but mental health as a whole and also physical health. So those are really important to me.
Mhm. And you see how she just kind of threw that in there. Oh yeah, I sing and dance and all these things. Oh, I'm a full-time electrical engineer. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm just like smart and beautiful and have talent. Just all in one, all in one.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So, okay, so you're here in California too. I'm here in the Hollywood area for the Oscars events and whatnot. So,
Me too.
where is your favorite place to be?
Ooh. Favorite place to be is traveling mostly. So no particular place, but I just love traveling and getting to experience other cultures and even climates and all that stuff. So it's like it's really just fun to experience different people because you realize that we're all human, but it's just like we also have different ways of thinking. So I don't know. I love experiences and just being with people. So.
Yeah, yeah, me too. It's really great to just see all the different cultures and experience the different food and the attire. Like I love, all of the different outfits from the different places and whatnot too. So tell us a little bit about your music.
So the music that I create right now is empowerment and encouraging, uplifting. So it's any way to show people that they can go for their dreams. So one of my songs is about a phoenix rising from the ashes. So it's like you can bring yourself out of anything. So whether it's depression or not feeling good because you're physically don't feel good. So there's ways around to be able to lift your spirits. So I try to use my music as a message for others. So like you can have fun, you can enjoy life, you can go after your dreams, and it's just yeah, that's mostly the main thing, and that we all go through our own mental health issues. So you're not alone in this. So yeah, we're all here to work together as a community, even though sometimes it might not seem like it.
Right, right. Yeah, sometimes it's like, can we all just get along? That famous statement that was, can we all just get along? Come on, please.
Why can't we just love and not hate?
Right, right. Yeah, all of those things. And so when you sing and the different things that you do, have you ever, this is International Women's Day, so I want to talk about the little women, the little girls. Have there ever been like, little girls or, teens or whatever that come up to you and just say that you inspire them?
Yeah, or like because of the hair, they just get like sucked in, and I'm just like, you can go after whatever you want, and so, I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger, but I mean,
Mhm.
it is what it is, and now I know that, so now my job is to show that through my message and through singing and just talking to other people about it. But yeah, I love the little girls are adorable when they come up.
Yeah, yeah. I love tutus, so I wear tutus everywhere. A lot of times, I didn't bring any with me, but we were at the lake one time, and I was out there doing just soaking my feet or something, and these two little girls came by. We love your tutu. I was like, oh, thank you. And then this little boy came by. He's like, I like your earrings. I'm like, oh, so it's
Oh,
like the boys and the girls like all into whatever I was wearing. It's so
yeah.
cute.
Well,
Yeah.
because I tend to wear like unique outfits. So
Yeah,
sometimes
me
they're
too.
like, oh my gosh, I love the colors or the outfit or your hair. And I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, I like to have fun. So
Mhm. Yeah.
enjoy life.
Right. That's what it's for. That's what it's
Yeah.
about. So you mentioned some of your songs. So what do you have like a favorite empowerment song that's like, just really that one that just rocks out and is really impactful for people?
Right now, I have a song called "Better Day," and I wrote it about anti-bullying. So, or for anti-bullying. It's about basically a bully story, but it's strewn in the way that the chorus is like, you can change your ways, you can choose love over hate, but this also could be both sides. So this could be also, the person who is bullied, like dealing with their own internal issues, they can choose to get out of it and choose love over hate and not be bitter and upset about it all the time. And then it's also for the bully, also hearing the message as well, that they can change. They don't have to be mean or hateful or mean to people. There's no reason. So I get hurt people, but the song is mostly, it's for both sides. But yeah, that's the one that is the most impactful for me right now that I wrote. So
Okay, cool. And the most impactful for you, is it also one that people come up to you and say, that really inspired them?
yeah, I mean, they also my Phoenix song, but both of those songs. So yeah, people come up and they're like, because people interpret songs differently, which is really cool. And I've heard different
Mhm.
interpretations of what they heard My Better Days be.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. Because it's not always what I think, it's how other people interpret it. But yeah, people see the depth, and there's like a line about like, you get beaten down enough, sometimes you want to drown yourself out the bar, so a lot of times it's like coping mechanisms. So we go through a lot of depression and upset, and so sometimes the coping mechanism can lead to other things, or hopefully never suicide, but that's that happens. And sadly, like, I don't think people see that. I think people see they're alone, and they're not. But yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. And there's all different kinds of music that you could have gone into, and all different kinds of songs that you could have done. And so I know you kind of spoke on this a little bit, but do people maybe have where they have an opinion like, yo, you should be doing these kind of songs or those kind of songs, or why are you doing these kind of songs? Is there not conflict is not the right word, but people trying to sway you one way or the other to do something else, or you really okay with the empowerment lane?
Sometimes I battle it actually myself. I actually haven't heard it from anyone in particular, but even myself, like, I'm like, do I do more love songs, or do I stay with the empowerment side? It's like, because I want to do both. I do have a love song that I have created for my husband. Um, but yeah, no one in particular has been like, oh, you should go this way or that way. I think it's more internally for me, trying to figure out what lane I want to stay in or be in. But I mean, I want empowerment to be the main focus, obviously. So, because
Mhm.
I think this society and world needs more of the positivity instead of the hatred, because a lot of times we just hear the hatred. So that's just like my goal, is just to get the message out as much as I can. So
Mhm.
yeah, no specific swaying, I guess, yet that I've heard, but
Mhm. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Well, I really want to have where we can give the information again for you to share with people, like how they can get in touch with you, or your music and whatnot. So go ahead and share.
okay. So my name is spelled Emley, and so it's Emily Music. So Emley, and then Music at gmail.com, or Instagram Emily Music, or TikTok. I think that's, yeah. Oh, YouTube as well. I'm pretty much the same across all the platforms. So it's Emily Music. But yeah, I understand the different spelling. So no I.
Yeah, yeah. You have to force yourself to make the Lele, and
Yep.
it's the same in my name. Like, you see how my name is spelled. Like, people
Yeah.
really have very interesting way. Like, it'll be on the email, like my name on some
Yep.
of my email addresses. It's my name, and then you still Christelle or Kristen. Like, okay, whatever. You're just not paying attention at all.
Yep. The same thing happens to me everywhere. Work, life. Same thing. I'm like, it's in my email. My signature, it's in there.
Right, right. You're looking right at it. You still spell it whatever kind of way. Awesome.
But
And
yeah.
so before we leave, I don't want to like really put you on the spot, but this might be an okay question.
Go
It's
for
like,
it.
why did you do this to me, Crystal? No. Um, with that song that you said, the two different songs that you mentioned that are like your favorites or whatever, I wanted you to just maybe share some of the lyrics. I didn't want you to necessarily sing, but just to say, some of the lyrics that really stand out to you that can maybe impact some people.
Yeah. So basically for a better day, it's like you can choose a different way. You're not basically not you're not going this you don't have to go down the same path. Only you are choosing like how you do life. So you can choose love over hate. That's part of the lyrics. And then my Phoenix song is like just rise up from the ashes. So like, yeah, the flames, the fire, all of that is in that song. So it's like it's taking the story just from it's not like the rags to riches story. It's like the depression into empowerment. So it's just the movement towards that.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, excellent. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
I'm like, I don't know. Like some people, like I don't remember those lyrics.
I know I had to think about it because I'm like I've written quite a few songs, but yeah, it's like you can choose a different way, don't you see? Stop causing trouble, set your heart free. Never too late to heal your pain. Together we'll rise, make a better day. Yeah, it's actually easier for me to sing it than it is to remember the lyrics.
Because then you have like the flow of it, and you can just do that
like,
as opposed to just.
yes.
Yeah, that was good. That was great. So, let me see. There's some little comments here. Did anybody hear you sing just now? Oh, beautiful voice. They were like, oh, yeah. So you have some people saying some stuff.
Thank you. Yeah. Love it. I love what you do, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And I will be talking to you all. I have to send you the information. I keep holding this card up about the Inspiring. So maybe you can sing something there for my birthday party and the
yes. Oh yeah.
competition.
Let's do
This
it.
and that. So that's September 8th.
Sounds good. I have it on my calendar.
In Arizona. I know you do. I'm gonna have to rent a bigger space or something. I don't know. I'm inviting everybody.
I know it's gonna be a fun one, so I'm excited.
Oh, somebody's like, keep singing, Emily. And she spelled it right too. Keep singing, Emily. Thank you for sharing and beautiful. Yeah, so people are still saying stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, I will see you. Thank you for spending part of your International Women's Day with us. And so based on these areas right here, like what would be a good area for you?
Yeah, like the mindset or mental health part. I think I can kind of read it, but yeah, I think the mental health or mindset part for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because with what you do for encouragement and empowerment type songs, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm honored to be a part of this. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
My name is Dr. Deborah Smith, and I'm filming from my home in Colorado. I was invited by Sally Wurr, author of Power of Awakening, to the WOIII, Women in Innovation, Influence, and Impact. These are women trailblazers. The first conference was in Phoenix, and it changed my life's perspective on what is possible. Having spent nearly 50 years in healthcare, academia, and government, and in health services, and in 50 states and foreign countries, and I had almost every title possible, I was inspired and I was encouraged by these women at the conference to write my story. Hence, 3 books are coming. Women Leaders, A Spark of Possibility. It's my story. Second book is other women's stories, and the third book is young girls aspiring to be leaders. As a member of the WOII, I see a way to contribute with a group of forward-thinking on women entrepreneurs. I know my experience and knowledge will add value and it'll make a difference for others who aspire to be professional women. If given the opportunity, I positively look forward to giving my best to this organization. A famous quote, leadership is not about a title or a destination. It's about impact, influence, and inspiration. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Allard. I'm a real estate broker, and I show people how to create true generational wealth by acquiring multifamily units, multi-units. And the reason I chose to join and become a member and an ambassador of WOIII is because this organization, this group is truly about women intent, women's impact, women in innovation. It's about women taking the world to the next level, taking us where we need to be. This organization and the international intent that we have, I'm all about it. Let's take this WOII and the women involved to the next level and help other women around the world to be all that they intended, all that they were supposed to be. I'm Nancy Allard.
Greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Richardson and Dr. Riley, and we're here to talk about the 2024 Global Awards nomination process and the gala that will be on September 8th. Forbes Riley will be one of the amazing judges for this. And what sparked your interest in being a part of this royal gala?
Well, number one, it's going to culminate in your birthday, and I love celebrating you and your birthday. 2, I love going to Arizona. 3, I often talk about how awards are a piece of your entrepreneur asset kit, and that you must apply for awards, and there's always a fee to apply for awards. Make no mistake, it's not a free thing, which is always a little confusing to me. But when you find out that the Hollywood Walk of Fame, once those guys are nominated, they have to pay $35,000 or more now to pay for the star. So that's an important investment. But when it comes to your bio for press releases and when people read your accolades, they go, oh my God, winner of the Entrepreneur of the Year or Inspiration of the Year. This is one of those great awards ceremonies. Crystal does it up right. There are a lot of different categories to apply for. It even has a youth category. And for all my people who are currently studying speaker training and getting awards and upping their entrepreneurial game, this is a great, icing on the cake. I don't know if you guys all realized recently the President of the United States issued me a Lifetime Achievement Award. I very proudly hold that up as one of the many accolades and attributes to all the hard work that I did when nobody was watching. So I'm going to give you that link. I would love my friends and family to apply or to come to the event. I will be there. Krista will be there. And there'll be hundreds of other amazing people that you should connect and network with.
There really will be, and there's a number of stages that you'll be able to speak on during the Emerge Media experience, and that is going to be the 5th and 6th of September, and there's other things going on the 7th, but that Royal Gala, having where you can stand on the stage in this Royal Palace area is going to be amazing. So that is really great footage that you can use in a lot of different things that you're doing, and as well as the award. So can't wait to have you there. And thanks, Forbes, for being one of our judges.
You are most welcome. I love you, and I can't wait to see you guys on stage with me. So to everybody, check out the link, and let's get going.
Awesome. Thanks.
Misty Kerrigan here, a very proud member of Women of Impact and Innovation International. We're going to be sending out our Women of Impact and Innovation International welcome book. So we have an amazing book coming out for you guys. Going to give you a little more insight into the different ways you can support WOIII, giving you some of the things about the boards, what they mean, where the causes are going, what we're uniting under, a little bit of leadership, some checklists or be able to know how you are being supported, a goal sheet to see how we could align some of your goals with bigger goals. And most importantly, how you can make an impact not only internationally with our organization, but right in your own community. So stay tuned, guys.
Hey, everyone. This is Dr. Crystal. Really excited to have you still with us for the International Women's Day. There are so many different amazing speakers that we have that will be joining for the afternoon. I can just kind of go over some of what the lineup is related to some of the people that we will have on from, let's see. We still have a few more international guests. We have some people from Arizona, from various things that we've done. There's a few that are coming from Leap for Ladies that are with Colleen's group and doing some things with WOIII now. I was a speaker with Colleen here I say here in Arizona. Right now I'm in California. I don't even know where I am. But I was with her group in Arizona, met some amazing women in that community. And that's part of what this is all about, is have where we can can uplift one another. It's not a matter of your group versus my group. You know, we all have, or we're doing whatever we can do to empower women, to lift women, and to pour into women sometimes when we get depleted. So having the queen sisters, as I call them, that we can call on and maybe sometimes use as a sounding board or give some advice, but also from a business perspective. We have all of the various boards that we have listed right here that is really, 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 I guess I want to say, important to me in my life, that we have a well-rounded organization where there's women, no matter where they are from, they can have where they have, let me see what I'm trying to say. No matter where they're from, they can have where they know that they will have some kind of support from women in these various areas. And so we did our best, you know, a while ago to have where we had a pretty good outline of what these areas would be. And so some of these areas have where they have a leader over those, and these are called impact committees, the impact committee. So some of them have leaders, some of them we will be looking for leaders as we go through the rest of 2024. But I encourage you to get involved, be a part of our Facebook group, come to some of the meetings, get involved with some of the different things that we'll be having like this from time to time. There'll be things that we'll be doing every month. A lot of this will be reestablished with our new board as we open this nonprofit. I've given some information based on the women who've come on already, and let you know what positions that they were in. And so it is where, you'll be hearing more and more in the Facebook group about that. But even with that, preparing for today, a lot of the women have been very, very, very excited, and they have invited other women to be a part of our Facebook group as well. So I wanted to say mwah, and thank you all for having some of your friends join in with us in the Facebook group. The more the merrier. And it's about being able to do something, not just talk, but actually have action on how we can have impact and make a difference in this world. And not just a difference, but make a positive difference. So when we say Women of Impact and Innovation International, God has given us all, really, really amazing minds where we can think and we can do anything, right? And so using it to be creative, using it to be innovative, using it to do something different and to be different, to be unique, and being okay with that. Now, it's not just different for the sake of being different, but there's so many people in this world, and everyone is looking for lots of goods and services and whatnot. And so why not be that one that stands out based on the features and the advantages and the benefits that your products or your services have? And so not that they're so different that they don't have functionality or usability, but what I'm saying is that there's so many different things that we can do in this world and do with one another to be able to encourage one another and support, and not just encourage and support. Part of this has to do with the monetization. So, we'll be getting into, some things like how we had before, where depending on if you do business inside of the group, that we would want you to have some kind of financial support, that goes back to the organization. But we'll be talking about all of that with the new board and let you know what has been determined and decided. And I'm excited to move forward with these women. So we have several that are behind the stage waiting to come on. And I just want to have where we bring them on after we show one more commercial. And we will be right back after this with two more guests. Well, hey, everybody. This is Dr. Crystal Richardson, your host for International Women's Day for WOIII. And there has been an amazing outpouring of love, support, inspiration, business tips, girlfriend tips. We've had some laughs. One time I was laughing, I was almost crying. Somebody else was crying because they were laughing so hard. And then we were crying because we were actually crying. But yeah, there's been a lot going on today, and I just really love women. I love being a woman, and I love my sisters. And there's two sisters that are waiting behind the stage to come on right now. So without further ado, I'm going to bring both of them up. And so everyone say hi to Miss Denise and Miss Heidi. Hello, ladies.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Crystal. How are you?
I am doing well. I am doing well. How are you?
I am good. I am really good.
Awesome. Awesome. Hi, Miss Heidi.
Yeah, hi.
Hey there, Heidi. How are you?
Yeah, doing good. The no started from busy day.
Mhm. So Heidi, you're in Arizona, and
Yeah.
Miss Denise, where are you?
New York City.
New York City.
Hmm.
So the East Coast to the West Coast, South, Southwest, wherever we are, we have it going on today. We've had people from all over the world, actually. So this has been a really amazing day. I don't know if you all were able to catch any of the other women, but it's really been a great conversation. So Denise, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I am. I'm not afraid to tell my age. I will tell. I just turned 72. New Year's Eve was my birthday. So whatever you
Woo!
see, I bring the party. And I am in my fourth career. I spent 22 years in the energy industry with a public utility. And then I spent a brief stint as a personal image consultant. Then I spent 17 years teaching at the college level. And now I'm here doing work as a coach, a speaker, and a trainer. I love what I do. I love impacting people. I work especially with teams. I love working with teams because communication is so important.
Excellent. Your fourth career. Wow. So we'll have to kind of dive into that a little bit. Heidi, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Me? Oh, okay. My name is Heidi D'Angelo. I'm also a publisher, author, and a speaker. And I own 5 different magazine companies and a news site and also a news show that I'm planning getting on pretty soon. And it's just that I love impacting people because of the people that I know. There are so many influential people around the world who are invisible heroes and all that, but I like to bring them out, put them on a pedestal. Like these are influential people to be known and helping them getting more exposure. That's what I've been doing. Even though I am deaf, but I can still speak, I can still hear. I'm not letting anything to stop me. That's it.
Excellent. And so yeah, Denise, she's done some magazine work for me. I've been on several covers on different things that she does, and she'll be working on our She's a CEO magazine too. And so she does really great work if that's something you or any of your people may be looking for. And so Denise, let our audience know, what inspires you. What is something that just really gets you going every day?
The fact that I can get to help people. And before I say anything else, Heidi, I have to tell you, I was raised with a cousin who was deaf, and I was the only cousin of all the cousins that didn't get to learn American Sign because I was the youngest and they didn't want to trouble the baby to learn. So that's one of the regrets of my life. And my cousin Anita was able to lip read, so I didn't have to. So I just, and I have a lot of really great friends. My church has an amazing deaf ministry. And so kudos to you for doing what you do. I think it's amazing. As far as me, Just the fact that I get up and I get to share a lot of what I've had to learn over the years. I have been gifted with being in 4 different careers in 4 different industries. I went into the corporate marketplace when women were secretaries, typists, or cleaning, but I went in as a manager who was going to be trained for the upper levels of management. My mother had the sense enough to not permit me to learn to type because my mother had been in corporate and she knew if I could type, I'd be a secretary, no matter how much education I had. And it was really tough. I learned to be resilient. I learned to navigate in a man's world. And I want to spare young women from having to go through that because all these years later, 50 years later, all right, they're still going through the same thing. And I also want to help young men to understand that it's not a good thing to perpetrate those ways of behaving. I want to help people to communicate because I had to learn to communicate very differently when I was working in a world of men. And a lot of women don't understand that. And a lot of men don't get it either. So those are the things that get me going. And then, of course, my faith. I'm just grateful for all of the different experiences that the Lord has given me. Some of them have required tremendous resilience and tremendous just ignoring things that I really should not have ever had to deal with to just move on.
Mhm.
Wow,
Wow,
that's really
excellent.
good.
So part of this has to do with it's International Women's Day, as we know, and being able to just give uh, guidance, maybe some tips and things to women. Because when we were doing some of the talks related to today, we talked a little bit about mansplaining.
Yes.
So that's just hilarious. A woman says something, they're in a meeting, and then the guy says it, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, John, that's a great idea." And like the woman just said it, but the man said it, and sometimes the same exact words. So it's like they just glaze over and don't even hear the female. So that is still something that exists. So with what you were saying about being a typist and how the industry was back then, have you ever experienced that, or do you help guide people that have experienced the whole mansplaining thing? I think it's hilarious.
Well, I always tell women, don't let them get away with that. You need to stop and say, well, John, did I not just say the same thing? Thank you so much, though, for making it clear for everyone. Unfortunately, one of the gifts I have is the gift of sarcasm. It's not one that one should normally use, but I do think that when that happens, we have to stop that immediately. We cannot allow that to continue to happen because it's kind of like the bully. We were talking
Mhm.
about bullying earlier. If you let the bully continue to bully you, the bully will just continue to bully you. And so you've got to stop the bully in its tracks. And if it's the mansplaining kind of behavior, you need to stop it. And people need to know that no, she's not going to accept that. She's going to stop the train and let everybody know what happened. It's a very uncomfortable place to be in. I'm not a person, I tend to be the personality type that just wants everybody to like me.
Mhm.
But sometimes you cannot allow yourself to sit in that space. And I did allow myself to sit in that space for probably the first 10 or 15 years of my career. And then I began to realize that if I continued to do it, that I was going to go nowhere. And I was not one who was desirous of supporting a man who did not know as much and who was not as gifted in getting ahead of me when he was already being paid more than I was being paid.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, and I think that that's okay for a really good strategy or goal for those who have where that kind of remark is not going to get them fired. Like still have to be at a certain level to be able to say, John, that's, exactly what I just said. Or we're like, oh, maybe it sounds better coming, from his voice than my voice. I'm not sure. Like there's all different kind of little remarks that we could say. But like if it's an intern or if it's a startup person, they may or may not be able to make that kind of remark. And so
You're right. You're totally right. However, that might be the time to personally go to that person and just
Right.
say to them, I said the same thing and you repeated it and it was accepted. Can you tell me how I can have my remarks accepted as well as yours are? Because I really do love this company. I want to be of value and I could use your mentorship. You need to turn that bully into an ally and a mentor.
Yeah. And those are some of the very things that I've done, in my career from way back in the day when that has happened. It hasn't happened lately.
Right.
But when I was first starting out, and it's like, really, like, did I, it has you questioning yourself. Like, did I just say that? Maybe I didn't say it. I thought I just said whatever I said out loud. Maybe I didn't say it out loud. Maybe I just thought it and I didn't say it. But yeah, so that's very, very important. And so, Miss Heidi, with the different things that you do, and is there anything as a woman, I guess, as a woman who, you said before when we've talked, different challenges you've gone through, is there anything that you want to say to encourage other deaf women?
Yeah, what's going on right now? This world is got into very negative world.
Yes.
We need to be the seed and plant that seed of positivity to let God to grow that positivity. We need to start that movement to start growing more positivity around the world. And that's part of what I do with Influential People News show, that I wanted to spread more positivity, showing people who are helping out the society in the world, and mostly men and women. And yes, it's true, there are a lot of bullies out there, but we need to step back, become aware. Don't let anybody get bullied. We should not be bullied. We need to wake up, take a stand for the truth, and have integrity of ourselves. That's so important, because when you have integrity of yourself, the whole world opens up. Everything comes in like the law of attraction works. When it comes out, it comes right back.
Yes.
So that's why we have to be the great example we can be around the world, everywhere we go. Even though sometimes people, they do have a path where, like, for example, I've been abused so bad in my past growing up. I was the only deaf child in the school and at home. I've been beat so many times all day long for about 19 years. It was tough, but God was always there with me. God was my father. He led me to everything. He helped me survive. Even though my family, they starved me purposely, God still provided, showed me where water is, where food is. That's what we need to do with our life. Don't let the past define who you are.
Amen.
Just rely on God. God will guide you, but so many people don't believe there's a God. There is. In you, there's a voice that tells you do this or that. You have to decide what voice is that. Is that negative or is it positive? And if it's negative, that's the ego mind. That's like the evil you don't want to do. You got to decide, okay, this is positive, more uplifting. Follow that. When you follow that, it grows. The negativity voice, it quiets down. So that's
Awesome.
how a lot of people ask me, I don't understand. How come you've been through all this abuse and who you are now? You're so positive, you're so different. because so many people repeat that chain reaction.
Mhm.
Only you can break that chain. Don't let that happen. Because
Right, right,
there's a reason, even though something happened, it's a learning lesson. Life is full of learning lessons. We learn
right.
from it. What can we do better?
Mm.
Right. So thank you for sharing that. So we have a couple more comments here, and then we'll be going to some of our other speakers. And so, Denise, what is one thing we've talked about the mansplaining? Okay, here on International Women's Day, but is there something that has been a challenge for you, like in your 4 different careers that you mentioned? Anything that's been a challenge that you would like to share? How you overcame that challenge that might help our listeners?
I think that the thing that we have to learn to do is to be outgoing and to speak to people who are different, to
Mm-hmm.
get to know them. Because one of the things you'll find is that people are not as different, regardless of gender, as we
Mm-hmm.
think that they are. I have found over the years that very often, especially as women, we tend to group together and we need to be together to support each other, but we
Mm-hmm.
also need to reach out to know other people, to know the men in the organization. There's a way that you carry yourself that they realize that you're not hitting on them, that it's not romantic, that it's just professional. And you also do have to watch out for those men who may want more than a professional relationship, but it's important to get yourself known, to get people familiar with your name. It's important to work with excellence always, because your excellence will always speak for you.
Mm-hmm.
And most of all, don't be afraid to step out and put yourself out there. For years, I was. And then when I got over that, I realized that it was so much better when I just reached out and got to know people, and my career went better, my life felt better, and things started to come my way when I just reached out. That's it. Reach out to people. You want to turn in, you don't want to do it. You feel like, oh my goodness, this is too much, but don't allow that to stop you.
Wow, that's great. That's great. And that's part of our messaging that's been going across the screen on some of the commercials is, don't give up, don't stop, and all of that kind of thing. And because a lot of times, with the technical skills, if you will, and then the soft skills, it's really important for us to not just be one or the other, but to have that good combination and melding of soft skills, plus the other technical and whatnot. So thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing here. And would you say with what you've done that your main category might be business and leadership, or what would be your main
Well,
category?
business and leadership, and then also the outreach and mentorship category
Okay. Mm-hmm.
really does intrigue me. It Those can mean a few different things, but uh, those would be the two, because it's at the end of the day, it's all about communication. It's being
Right.
able to communicate. It's choosing to communicate, and when we can do that, it really, really does solve a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It really does. It really does. And that's a whole nother 14-week show that we could have on communication. So thank you so much, Denise. I really appreciate you being on and getting to know you more and more. And we'll definitely do some more things together. Okay.
Okay, thank you for having me, Heidi. It was great to meet you. You are an inspiration, my lady. You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Dr. Crystal.
You're welcome, and thank you. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. Happy International Women's Day to you as well.
Thank you.
And Heidi, you have any final words for us?
I missed that question.
Final words. Do you have any final words for us?
Okay. Pretty much don't let anybody put you down. Because if you know you can do it, just do it. Don't listen to anybody else. Because even though I'm deaf, I can still hear, but I can still do it, even though people tell me no, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
be the most inspiring and influential people that you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say influential person, be the top.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
can,
We're not supposed to strive to be, you know, second, third, fourth, fifth. Strive to be at the top, right?
yeah.
Right.
More than the top. Just don't let any negativity get you or define you, because there are times people will get depressed. They feel like they can't do and never will happen. Don't listen to that voice. It can happen. You just gotta make it happen. Go for it. Just find the solution. When there's a problem, there's always a solution.
Right. Right. Definitely. Well, thank you so much. And I already know that you're in the, where is it? The publishing media marketing area is your area for the what you do at the magazine. So yeah, so it'll be great to have you more involved with our organization. And I want to say to you, happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day to you too. And I'm looking forward to She's the CEO magazine.
Yes, she's the CEO. It's coming. It's coming. Really, for real it is. You take care.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Bye.
Well, hey, everyone. My name is Dr. Crystal Richardson. I'm extremely happy to be here with you still, sitting in this same chair all day. It's going to be a great day. It already is. We've had some amazing women on today. When I tell you that they have really actually impacted my life with their various comments and the engagement that we've had. It is a true statement that I've been impacted. So if no one else has been, I've been impacted. But judging from all of the comments and the statements and just nice things that people have said, about being inspired, and then even Emily sang. So people were saying that she had a beautiful voice and wanted her to sing some more. We had a lot of different things that have been going on the show today. So now we have Miss Deborah and Dr. Wendy are going to join us for our next segment here. And I'm just really appreciative of them joining us today. They could be anywhere else, but they chose to be here just at least for these few minutes for International Women's Day. So let me just go ahead and bring them up. Hi, Dr. Wendy. I called you Dr. Deborah. So now you got to go. Can you get off the screen and go get your doctorate and then come back? So it'll be true. Hi, Deborah and Dr. Wendy. How are you all?
Doing great. Excellent. Good to be here.
Awesome.
Happy International Women's Day, and thank you for putting on this this forum, because we need to celebrate ourselves and each other.
We really do. Yes, we do. And so, Dr. Wendy, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Dr. Wendy Labat, known as the Financial Healer. I'm a best-selling author, international speaker, business strategist, and also the producer and host of my own global streaming show, Financial Cures with Dr. Wendy Labat. And I have been an entrepreneur for over 4 decades. I can't believe I'm saying 4 decades.
Yes. Yeah, I'm approaching that. As far as being in business for that long. So, wait. Yeah, no, I have been. Yeah, I have been too. Oh my gosh.
Time flies, but don't you look so beautiful? You would never tell it. You started when you were 2. I started when I was 2.
All those 2-year-old workers out there, raise your hand. I'm recruiting people to come for my birthday. Yeah, so for the Inspirey, it's a gala awards, and it'll be September 8th. There's a speaker competition is the 5th and 6th, and then there's things going on the 7th, and then the gala is on the 8th, and it culminates with my birthday. So that's my 60th birthday. Okay, I'll just go ahead and throw it out there.
But you're still a baby. You're still a baby.
Yeah. Whatever. So, okay, Deborah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Absolutely. So I'm Deborah Lee Murrow, founder of the Color Me Art Spa. I'm a teaching artist, and I'm also a graphic recorder, coach. I coach through art, and I love helping people find the artist within, because once they do that, see this? I am an artist and creative. My passion is to get people creating and to accept that greatness, because a lot of things will happen when you open up this right side of the brain. So I'm so happy to be here for International Women's Day. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Yeah. So in the different things that I do, it's left and right brain. And so I love being analytical and being creative and just meshing it all together. It helps me to be able to help various businesses as well as individuals, better having that capability. So Deborah did some really amazing art when I was speaking. It was about risk, I think, when you saw me, about
That's
risk
right.
and innovation. And so just whatever came to her at the time and the art that she made from that was really, really cool. Really cool. Yeah. So Dr. Wendy,
Yes.
with what you do, if we use the word innovation related to all of what you do, what area of your life could you say something about that you actually use innovation?
Well, I'm old school, so every part of my life is using innovation now, with technology the way it is, because 40 years ago, we didn't have all that.
Yeah.
And then too, just I'm still old school, and I just kind of incorporate the innovative ways of today in the old school ways of yesterday.
Okay.
And my area is finance. So, I don't care, we got apps and all that kind of stuff, but the basic principles are still the basic principles. The money principles are still the same, even with the innovation. It just makes it easier for you to spend it, track it, and not have as much control over it as you did back in the day.
That's true. That's true. And I think when people get away from the fundamentals, that's when things happen. Like you have to have that foundation. And once you learn the foundation, and even when I talk to people, some people have heard of the cash flow quadrant, some haven't. And just when we're explaining, all the different ways that people can do business, it's important to at least have some fundamentals in place. And so, Deborah, the same question for you related to innovation. How
So,
is innovation on a daily basis?
well, activating your right side, I really feel like that is really the way God flows in, So innovation coming from above, innovation, like I help people get quiet, again, the basics, right? And just to, again, the basics, crayons, markers, we have to kind of dive in where we haven't dove in before. And you have to like spark innovation because it comes from deep down in here, giving God the glory, but then getting with him, like every moment, every second. Brain breaks, throughout the day. I create these plastic pieces too. So everybody remember shrink plastic from 60 years ago? Yes, I'm still using it, but it's so cathartic to kind of stop and just color a piece. Take a minute of downtime and then all of a sudden, if I don't know what to do, I'm just putting colored pencil on something and I'll get in my list. At every moment we can get stuck, but at every moment we could ask for help. But getting into a space where you can receive is super important. So
Right.
I love to help people do that.
Right. And so if we then kind of go in, ladies, into mindset, Dr. Wendy, what are some mindset hacks or mindset changes that you help people to have related to their finances? A lot of people get stuck in various areas because of childhood trauma related to money or their relationship with money. So what can you tell us about that?
Well, that's the first step that I work on people with, is because, you have to change the way you look at things. Wayne Dyer says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So are you a person that wants something or wants to buy something, do something, you say, oh, I can't do that? Or are you the person that says, how can I? When you say I can't, that just shuts all the doors, nails them shut. When you say, how can I, it opens up the windows and doors of possibility. So that's the key. You got to think right and have that right mindset. And then, you have to, again, listen to the spirit, whatever whether it's the universe or whatever, it's telling you what to do and where to go. And you have to listen. So you have to have an open enough mindset to be able to receive that message and have the discernment to know what message it is you're supposed to receive. So mindset is key. You can't do, whether it's finance, weight loss, addiction, whatever, mindset is key. It's the first step.
Excellent. And that is so true. So true. It has to be the first step in a lot of the different things. And that's why, based on what we do, and even pairing up, I'll go ahead and put her back on. Pairing up, two people that don't necessarily have like the same kind of career path, a lot of things have where they use the same muscles or the same types of muscles or the same thought process. So we were talking about mindset. Deborah, you can give us your take on that, but that's why this works, from some regard, because a lot of it is the same thing that we use no matter what industry we're in. So what's your thought about mindset, Deborah?
Absolutely. So first of all, growing up, I didn't grow up in wealth. And then sometimes I wanted something and I heard we can't afford that. So as a mom now, I'm keen to say to my child, how can we get that? What's the next step? Like open up that and take out that can't. Like Dr. Wendy was saying. And we got to understand that our father owns 1,000 cattle on 1,000 hill. And when you have a situation that is huge and it's a big money situation, knowing that we are heirs, like right away, we have to think time and money are of no object. And everything that we need right now to move forward, we already have. So again, going down, going in prayer, receiving that next step, receiving that, where do I go from there? And then identity. We got to know whose we are, just know that you're allowed, you can do it, you can have it, and you can move into it. So identity is so important. And when I start people on the journey in art, that's one of the first things we do. That's the third inner ring on goal setting. I am. What are you? I am. And then we spell it out. So it's super important.
Very, very important. And so one of the things that you said, but you didn't say, was related to permission. So whether we're dealing again with finances with Dr. Wendy, or even with what you're saying about, opening up and having this art experience that can really just open up our mind and help us to release. Sometimes it just deals with us giving ourselves permission to do so. Right.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so with some of the questions that I had on the pre-questions, they dealt with a lot of different things, and we've talked a little bit about what you do, but let's talk about fun. Every time I have some of the ladies on, we talk about fun. We get all different kind of answers. So old school Wendy to keep life light.
Fun to me is, I'm at the stage of life that fun is doing what I want to do, when I want to do it, and where I want to do it. So, I've been through the struggles. Not saying I don't struggle now, but it's all about me. I've raised my kids and grandkids, everybody's, I've done my part. So now it's all about me. So fun is doing whatever I feel like doing at the time. And my main thing is travel. I do like to travel. I used to like to shop, and I still like to shop, but I don't know. I got, kind of got a little more discipline about me about spending that money. So, but I would say, travel would be my most fun activity, but really anything I want to do, whenever I want to do it. That's the most fun, is to be able to do it like that.
Mm-hmm. And you see how when she's talking, she's all into it. Her head is doing what I want to do. Okay. So where is your favorite place to travel to?
Well, there are a few. Now, I guess I would have to say the local, in the U.S. would be Hilton Head. We go there every year, at least once a year, every Thanksgiving. I love it there, just the atmosphere. I'm just at peace when I'm up there. And I do a lot of shopping because I got all my little spots up there, and they're thrift stores and consignment shops, and I make a killing. I come back with stuff that would cost me a fortune if I were to pay regular price, but because they have such nice quality stuff at these stores. Hilton Head, and I would say internationally, I had to say Amsterdam. I really enjoy myself in Amsterdam.
Really?
I don't mind going back.
Ew.
Because we went from Amsterdam, we went to Paris and we went to Brussels. So I guess it was just, that whole trip was good. But I like Amsterdam, I like cafes and all that.
We need to get you to go to some more places than Amsterdam.
Well, I used to live in Italy, and I like Italy, so that's a good place. But I gained too much weight in Italy. I ate too much, the pasta and the pizza. Yeah. So, I love Italy because they treat you real good over there, but I just ate too much. But I don't know. I just like to travel, wherever, as long as, it's fun, as long as people, as long as I feel comfortable, which I do. I don't go anywhere I'm not going to feel comfortable, but just travel wherever. I'm always open to going to new places.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I am right there with you related to the thrift stores and all that, because that's my main thing, main thing to do. And I get so many compliments on my clothes, and they have no clue. They only cost $15. There was a special. It's like $200, $300, $400, $500. And some stuff, the resale shop workers are teens, and they don't know what it is, so they put it in the costume area thinking it's like a Halloween costume, and it's like a beautiful heavyweight Indian garment. It's like, oh my gosh, and just swoop that right up, you know.
My daughter has dubbed me the thrift store queen because she said, "Mama, you just a TSQ." I said, "Well, what is that?" She said, "Thrift store queen," because I'll go there and I don't have to go to the retail shops.
Yeah, I don't go to the retail shops, so I'm right there with you. So Deborah, if you're not thrift shop, I guess I'm just gonna have to take you off the call. I don't know.
No, I am. I love it. And my daughter loves it too. And she's a teen.
Dr. Wendy had told me to take you off. See, so if you were not, see, so no,
I already knew she was cool, you know.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm with you, ladies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's good. So excuse me. Deborah, when we talk about fun, we were talking about thrift shops, but what is fun to you?
Well, since I'm pretty still most of the time, so I go the opposite. I'm in movement. So I'm biking, I'm rollerblading, I'm skiing, I'm swimming. Swimming is so meditative. Oh my gosh. I just got a pair of underwater earphones, the Bone. And then your time, 30 minutes can feel like 2 minutes. It's just like it's so relaxing. And then just to be stationary after, especially getting out of the pool and then laying on the side and just soaking up those rays. So that's what I love. And I pull my family in there too. I'm like, come on, who's coming for the bike ride? And we're right on the green belt. So it's just so pretty here in Scottsdale. Lovely. So yeah, you definitely have to have fun. If you don't have a fun goal, that means you're working too hard.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the other one we've done from time to time. Oh, I got to check the survey results again. But the other one we've done from time to time is what would you say to your 14-year-old self? If you could talk to your 14-year-old self. So what do you ladies have for me on that before we close for today?
Well, Deborah, did you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So I remember in high school, okay, so I was maybe I was 14. My teacher saw my superpower. Like right off the bat, my geometry teacher said to me, she goes, "You should be a teacher because that's the only class I aced. I was not a really good student, but I was playing and having fun, right?" And then I had to get up and explain something. So she nailed it right there. She goes, "You should be a teacher." But my self-esteem was about that big. And I stayed away from it for 15 years. And then, of course, I read and figured out, oh, that's my gifting. So I would say, please, please, please listen to wise people, listen, ask, get coaches, surround yourself, and don't be so like, oh, mom's stupid, dad's stupid, right? Like listen to your parents, listen to your teachers, and take that step. That would be great.
That would be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Dr. Wendy.
Well, mine is what God has for you is for you. And, I was always a laser focused, I wanted to, go to college, go to medical school, which I didn't get accepted to. And that was my only path that I planned for. And I didn't have a plan B. And I was devastated when I didn't get accepted. But, God's plan was for me to be a doctor, but not a medical doctor. So, and it worked out better because I love business. And that's really, what my calling is. But over the years, when I was 14, I was laser focused. I graduated from high school, early and getting medical school that I didn't get accepted to. But anyway, I realized, after maturing that what God has for me is going to happen, whether that's the route I want to take or not. I'll keep going around in circles until I start listening to him and going in the direction he tells me to do. So, I just figure, no one else can take away what's in store for me. And, that's an important thing because, especially at 14, you're thinking if somebody else is doing better or they're getting in medical school or doing something you want to do and think you should be doing, then you're like, well, how come it's not happening for me, but it's not for me? So, if I would have realized that back then and had a better understanding, it wouldn't have been so painful when I didn't get accepted. But, I got over it.
Well, I still have not gotten over that they did not pick me for drum major. Okay. I was better than all of them. And so, that was just like not cool. So,
but that wasn't for you. Now, God didn't have that for you. So you're trying to get on somebody else's stuff.
Dr. Wendy, yes, he did have it for me. It was stolen. It was stolen.
That's right.
That's funny. Oh.
That was back in 1981. Okay. It was stolen. Yeah, he sure did. So, okay. So great. Well, thank you, ladies. We will end with this. It will just be one word. You're not going to give any explanation or anything, but this is, your last word that you can leave on earth before it's like your time to be done on earth. If you had one last breath and you say this one word, this is what you want to leave with the world. So, Deborah, first, what would that one word be? No explanation, just one word. Is she able to hear me?
I don't know.
Because she touched your ear. Can you hear me?
I don't think she can.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
Can you hear?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Am I back?
Yeah.
Can you hear? No? Can you hear me, Deborah? Okay.
Okay, let's try this way.
So you heard the question, Dr. Wendy. So what would your one word be?
So you guys get one word?
Only one word. You're already doing a whole bunch of talking. It's not supposed to be.
Okay. I would say empowerment. That's
empowerment.
Empowerment.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be my
word. Be the last word that you would leave with the world would be empowerment. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. That's a really good word. Deborah?
Okay, can you hear me? I hope so. My ears went down. So my one word would be inspire.
Inspire. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say why. It's just you just got to leave with the word.
Inspire.
Because you say the one last word and then
inspire.
Empower and inspire. Those are really awesome words. They are words that people use, but it means different things to different people. So really appreciate you all sharing for today. And we only had a little bit of time. We'll have to do some more things. And I really appreciate you all being a part of our International Women's Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody, Misty Kerrigan here, a very proud member of Women of Impact and Innovation International. We are going to be sending out our Women of Impact and Innovation International welcome book. So we have an amazing book coming out for you guys. Going to give you a little more insight into the different ways you can support WOIII, giving you some of the things about the boards, what they mean, where the causes are going, what we're uniting under, a little bit of leadership, some checklists, or be able to know how you are being supportive, a goal sheet to see how we could align some of your goals with bigger goals. And most importantly, how you can make an impact not only internationally with our organization, but right in your own community. So stay tuned, guys.
Well, hey, everyone. This is Dr. Crystal Richardson. Extremely happy to still be with you with a lot of amazing speakers yet to come. So you don't want to miss anything. So just sit back, relax, and maybe invite some friends over. If you are on now or whenever you come back, just go ahead and put in there your name. If you even just want to use your first name and where you're tuning in from. We've had people from all over the world. So it's really been great to have people not just on front of the screen, on the screen with me from all over the world, but we've had people from Nigeria and a number of other places tuning in. So this has really, really been great. So right now, we're going to bring up, it's going to sound like I'm saying my name twice because I am going to be, but her name is spelled differently. I'm going to welcome up Crystal, and she is going to join us today for the first time on the WOIII stage. So if you're with us, please give her a warm, warm welcome.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great, doing great. So you're already on your way?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for putting the time aside for me to be able to be a part of your wonderful show. Happy International Women's Day, Crystal. And thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. Like we just typed to each other. We haven't actually spoken. So this is really great.
I know. Yes, God is so good. And I love your ministry, everything that you do, the inspiration that you provide, just your message, always willing and just capable of so much. So thank you so much for what you do, because without you, I would not be here today. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And now you inspire just a couple, 2, 3, 4, 5 people yourself with what you do. So go ahead and tell people a little bit about yourself.
So me, I'm a mom. I have 5 beautiful children. I'm a recent lung cancer survivor, stage 4 lung cancer. I just beat it. And I am a lifestyle warrior for God, for family, and for health. That is my life. When I got diagnosed with this less than 6 months ago, I had no idea. I'm very healthy. I'm a runner, and my life got turned upside down. And during that time, God really spoke to me in my life, and he just said, "Hey, Crystal, I want you just to help as many people as you can." And that's who I am today. I don't have an official title other than that I am one of God's beautiful children, and I'm a survivor, and I'm here to inspire those that want to be led and want to be inspired. That's it.
That's it. Well, you have a great day. Bye. No.
No. But also with that, I also am the Phoenix Ambassador for Black Girls Run, which is a national movement, and it helps women, especially Black women, with being healthy, with being fit, just getting out there on the pavement, just moving, whatever we can do. And that's what I'm here to do every single day. So I'm just glad to help out doing that.
And so that we met in there, and I have, I had done my little post in there too, just getting out, just doing whatever I can do, and not necessarily running. I just run like a itty bit because I do have there's some internal issues I have they don't allow me to run anymore, except for whoever that was that they killed this one time, long time ago, and everybody was running for whoever we were running for. We were holding signs and stuff. Everybody was. I made my sign too that one day.
Okay.
It's years ago.
Okay.
I can't remember who it was.
Was it for Ahmaud? Possibly.
Might have been
for Ahmaud. Okay.
Might have been. Yeah, I got out there holding my sign and running and stuff. So, but yeah, so I mainly walk, and I do just a little bit of running because then I can't lift my legs. I have it's an internal issue up in my pelvic area where I literally lift my legs. So sometimes after the parade, because we do the Fiesta Bowl parades, that's just 2.5 miles, but it's 2.5 miles of dancing the whole way.
Wow.
And, I've had to have where I wasn't necessarily feeling my best, so I already had my husband put the wheelchair in the truck, and then sure enough, all the adrenaline, at the end of the parade, the adrenaline and the camera off, and then my body just shuts down, and so he had to come up and people. I'm I already told my dance team that he was going to have to come, and they still Lord, God, no. It takes a couple of days. I'll be
Well,
fine. I'll be fine.
well, I am, see, that is dedication. You know, when you just give it all to God and you know that He's going to bring you through whatever you have Him to do. And that's all that you have to do. It's not about running, it's about moving, it's about walking, whatever you can do, just so that way your body can have that flow that it needs to. Because movement is so important, as you know.
Right.
You talk about it every single day, and it's more of us that when you show that you can get out there, even with your pain that you're going through, you're going to help that other person, get out there too. Because I have my health challenges now because of all of this. But if I walk some days, I run some days, I jump rope some days, I squat another day, I just do whatever I can do. And this month, we're celebrating, life and women's history, but we're also saying just move 30 minutes for 30 days, just so that way you can just show yourself that, you can do it. It doesn't matter, just take a time and just make an effort. We all need a little bit of self-care to make sure that we can make it through to another day.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's so true. And so my friend, we're together, and dancewalklive.com is and it's just moving. Like it just do anything, just any kind of movement. And some people just don't understand, even just like the slightest bit of movement, at least is movement, and not giving themselves any credit for that. But a lot of us can do a lot more, than we're doing. And so there's so many different health challenges that quote unquote creep up on us, but they don't creep up overnight. So it's not going to go away overnight. So it is important for us to keep that mobility going. Now, it's not just all the different things that you said. I don't know if you kind of like put it in there and I just didn't hear it, because you take some beautiful, beautiful pictures. So like from like a modeling perspective is what I say, your different silhouettes and different things that you do with your mommy bump and stuff. Just really beautiful.
Thank you. Yes, I really love photos, and I am a photographer and a designer. And to me, visually, photography and just art in general can speak so much to people's souls. And when I take pictures, I try to keep that in mind. And there's always a message behind everything that I post or what I say. Sometimes I sing it out, sometimes I dance it out, and sometimes I'll just write it out for people. And I hope that one person can be touched in the midst of all of that in my posting. So that's why that's always so important to me.
Well, something must have happened, because I'm like, well, let me just reach out and see if she'd be interested in being on today. And
I am so honored.
Really glad to have you involved. And so I don't want to just assume based on what we have here, what you would maybe be interested in, because there's all the different boards, and I don't want to just automatically put you in health and wellness, but what are you thinking that you most align with?
Well, you definitely, nailed it on the head. I'm very, very passionate about health and wellness, but I'm also very passionate about business and leadership, as well as just teaching, because once you get into the space of just God has shown you something in your life and giving you a miracle, something that is life-changing, one of the things that He asks us to do is go out and share with another on the blessings that He's brought for you. So we have to, our experiences are all to teach somebody else. Everything that we go through in life, whether it is a illness, whether it is a down situation, whether is it a loss of a child or loss of an organ or loss of, a family member, those times that we go through something, it is to make us stronger and to help somebody else make it through.
It really is. It really is. And so as long as we have that attitude that, the scripture does say all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. And so it's up to us to know, are we called? Do we love? So if we meet those two criteria, then we know that it's all going to work out. And so I'm here in the Hollywood area doing some things for the Oscars, and where we're staying, there's this old building. I'll probably end up posting so you'll see it. Three of us here, three women, and there's a guy with us too. And it's like, you got to take our picture in front of this building, because it just simply says real big letters across the top, everything will be okay. Amen. That's all it says. Yes. So, like, that's our landmark when we can see that it's 139th Street or whatever. But I just look over for that building, and then that's when I turn to come down here. And I really want to have where we take some pictures in front of that because it's just so simple. It's so simple, but
Yes.
yes,
I love
so
that.
powerful. Everything will be okay. That's all it says.
Yes.
And
Yes, everything.
I think, and it has a scorpion at the end, and so it's like, and it's on Crenshaw, so we call ourselves the Crenshaw Scorpions.
Hey.
Name the Crenshaw Scorpions is like it's a movie. It's coming to a theater
Yes.
near you.
Exactly. Yes. Now I gotta
Yes.
speak on something, girl. Your glasses right there are
Oh,
fire. Where did you get those from?
I'm an Amazon baby. I'm an Amazon baby. So let me see which ones these are. So I have some red. One of my red set comes in a pack of 3 or pack of 5 because these are 1.5.
Okay.
But this one is the one. This one comes with I don't have it in here. It's the red, and then it has the clear. Ooh, the clear is fire.
Ooh.
It has clear, brown, like emerald-y looking sides. And then the
Okay.
other pair is black. So it's fully black or fully red,
Mm.
and then it's the one with the clear. So there was somebody that saw my clear that I had on. They went out and had their actual eye doctor order them some of the clear one
Wow.
here. But yeah, I love
Yes.
red.
Those
So
are
I have
powerful.
this shirt. This is my 2024. I haven't shown anybody my shirt today. Let me see.
Okay,
I
you gotta
don't
show it
know if
now.
I can get it. If I can put you, can I put you on the side? Okay. So
Yes.
so when I do my talks, I did declare on my Facebook page that 2024 is a year of fit. So it's F for focus, and then tenacious. I mean intentional, and then tenacious is at the bottom.
Amen. I love
Yeah.
that.
So the year of fit. So I had on my little
Yes.
shirt, and I had to put on my red glasses.
Hey, you look fabulous, and those earrings just take it over the top. So thank you. You always
So
show up right on time, sis. Always.
yeah. Oh, I got to do my own thing. I got to do my own thing related to my fashion. So, so you mentioned that you do design. So, what do you do in design?
I do everything from graphic design to styling. You mentioned on the earlier show that you love thrifting and finding really nice outfits and things like that. That is one of my favorite places to go to find just a little bit of something. I mix it in usually with something that I have already in my closet, and I walk out and everyone's like, girl, where you get that from? And I'd be like, oh, that's right at the thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever I can put together, whether I'm making, some business cards or putting together a website or, working on some, model cards or anything like that, I just, I use those skills that I have to put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
So God has blessed me with a lot of different, gifts, and I just use them whenever necessary to do whatever He calls me to do.
Well, it sounds like we're crystal and crystal twins because that's the same thing. Because I'm left brain and right brain, so I do the analytical and I do the creative, and it's a really great blend from a business perspective. So I do quality and regulatory for biotech and healthcare genetic research companies, and then I do all of the different things like the different commercials and things you've seen on here, and then I design and sew my own clothes, and I have a seamstress that does like some of the ones that I want to have as far as like duplicates. But not duplicates of the same kind. So like my collections, it's called the Antoinette collection because of how it has
Beautiful.
and whatnot. And so depending, I think I'm going to wear that one for Sunday for the Oscars events that we're doing. Because
beautiful.
did I wear one of my other designs? I'm trying to think. Well, I brought a couple because when I bring those, I have to have it in my carry-on. I'm not putting my designs up under the plane. I'm not putting my designs under the plane. So it's like whatever I can carry. And because they're huge because of the amount of material.
Yes, I can imagine. And they are lovely. I've seen quite a bit of your stuff, and I did not know that you made them yourself, but they are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, some of them I have her make, and then I don't know if you saw the Wakanda dress, but yeah, I made that one myself. The one I made for
Awesome.
for Wakanda Forever when that came out. With the full crowns and stuff that I made.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll
Well,
have to get together on some of the design stuff.
oh yeah, definitely. I feel like we're like friends already. It's just
Already,
a blessing. Yes.
yeah.
Well, I would love to share anything that you would have me to share for your platform and, just a willing vessel to be able to support you and this movement. And of course, International Women's Day. All the speakers that were on here today that I got a chance to hear, I'm definitely just so overjoyed and inspired by all that you have to say. And I
Oh,
hope that we can continue to spread that message, on all platforms to every person about what you're doing and bringing all these women together from all over the world. This is such a blessing.
Well, thank you. And so it's a matter of what we are doing, So now
Yes.
that you said you want to be involved, now you have to say what we are doing.
I
And
can
I'll
do that.
introduce you to Carmel Jean Francois. She's one of our main health and wellness ambassadors. She's out of New York, and
Okay.
she's really good people. So I'll have to get you guys connected.
That would be so awesome.
Well, you have an awesome and amazing day, and I really
You
appreciate
too.
uh, uh, not just you. I really appreciate that we were able to finally get together. This is really great. Okay, now wait.
Yes.
Is Naja your sister? Naja?
She is my sister in just in a lot of things in life.
Oh, okay.
I am actually really great friends with her mother as well and all her sisters. I got a chance to be able to take pictures of them as a family as well as when I was doing my photography full time. So we go back a ways. So
Okay.
I've known
I
her for
didn't know
many,
you was
many
like blood
years.
sister or.
She is my sister, through family and everything,
Okay.
you know how it is. But yeah, she is
I
my
call
sister.
everybody sister too. I call everybody sister. That's like I was trying to like, is there any resemblance? Do they like? Is it real? Is it real? No, as if it was my business.
Yes.
It's none of my business.
No, you're fine. She is great. Our
She's
families
sweet.
are connected.
All right. Okay. Well, you take care and thank you so
You
much for
too.
being part of our day.
You're welcome. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you
Bye.
again.
Greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Richardson and Dr. Riley, and we're here to talk about the 2024 Global Awards nomination process and the gala that will be on September 8th. Forbes Riley will be one of the amazing judges for this. And what sparked your interest in being a part of this royal gala?
Well, number one, it's going to culminate in your birthday, and I love celebrating you and your birthday. 2, I love going to Arizona. 3, I often talk about how awards are a piece of your entrepreneur asset kit, and that you must apply for awards, and there's always a fee to apply for awards. Make no mistake, it's not a free thing, which is always a little confusing to me. But when you find out that the Hollywood Walk of Fame, once those guys are nominated, they have to pay $35,000 or more now to pay for the star. So that's an important investment. But when it comes to your bio for press releases and when people read your accolades, they go, oh my God, winner of the Entrepreneur of the Year or Inspiration of the Year. This is one of those great awards ceremonies. Crystal does it up right. There are a lot of different categories to apply for. It even has a youth category. And for all my people who are currently studying speaker training and getting awards and upping their entrepreneurial game, this is a great icing on the cake. I don't know if you guys all realize, recently the President of the United States issued me a Lifetime Achievement Award. I very proudly hold that up as one of the many accolades and attributes to all the hard work that I did when nobody was watching. So I'm going to give you that link. I would love my friends and family to apply or to come to the event. I will be there. Crystal will be there. And there'll be hundreds of other amazing people that you should connect and network with.
There really will be, and there's a number of stages that you'll be able to speak on during the Emerge Media experience, and that is going to be the 5th and 6th of September, and those other things going on the 7th. But that Royal Gala, having where you can stand on the stage in this Royal Palace area, is going to be amazing. So that is really great footage that you can use in a lot of different things that you're doing, and as well as the award. So can't wait to have you there. And thanks, Forbes, for being one of our judges.
You are most welcome. I love you, and I can't wait to see you guys on stage with me. So on to everybody, check out the link, and let's get going.
Awesome. Thanks. Well, hey, everyone. It is that time again. I do believe, let me make sure that it's been another 2 hours already. This says segment 4. We're moving into segment 5. Then we have segment 6. And then we have segment 7. So this has been really great to be with you all for this particular segment. Every 2 hours, we've been going, and have had some tremendous input from all of our women. So all of you all stay tuned. I'm going to log off of this one, log on to the next one. There's probably already some ladies waiting behind the scenes. That's happened each time I logged on to that next link. So hopefully we do as well. Thank you for joining us for International Women's Day. And we will be right back in just a couple minutes. I'm just going to log off and then go back on, okay? It'll be really fast. Here we go.